Kicking off a Sunday afternoon block here at Sports Gamers Online Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. Oh, we have got a fun one for you today as the Nashville Tempo take on the Baltimore Vultures in their home stadium. Hello everybody, Ethan Muslin here, kicking off SFL action on this Sunday afternoon with my partner DJ Kilgannon. We've been talking about Nashville most of this pre-show, and they have just been struggling, and that's been putting it lightly. Harsh losses, a lot of one-score losses these last three games. What have they got to do to help really turn things around, especially when you're going up against the number 3 team in the league?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be a challenge. You know, if you're trying to bounce back on your feet and get your first win, Baltimore is not the squad you want to be pinned against. But Nashville has heart. They're going to come out and they're going to play their butts off. And, you know, it's really going to just come down to trying to stop the offense of Baltimore. Top 3 in passing, top 7 in rushing. They're just all around an offensive unit, and that is no, lack to their defense. Their defense is tremendous. It's going to be hard for Nashville.
Yeah, Nashville's going to have a real tough task for them today, but they're going to do their best, and no joke, everyone's rooting for them to do a good job here as the kick goes out of bounds for the touchback. So that will bring Nashville out to start the drive on offense. We're going to look at Switch Thumper at quarterback. An unfortunate start for him. He's 20th in the league in passing yards. Here's the thing. All the receptions that have been gotten by Nashville, that puts them 5th in the league. They have a really good receiving core. They just haven't been able to put it together, and that's been more in part to Switch Thumper's 20 interceptions, which puts him to 2nd at the bottom in the league. First down, throw up the middle. There's a one great catch there, up to the 45, down to the 47-yard line. And the first pitch of the game goes to Chris Althier for a huge 22-yard gain.
And what a great way to start it. Thumper coming out with some confidence, finding a man open right in between the defenders, and that's a really, really good start coming out the gate. And you mentioned, how they have so many receptions, putting them pretty high in the league, and, not a lot of teams do it, but they really spread out the love here in Nashville when it comes to receivers.
They really do. Their top receiver is Kingston Ellington, 30 receptions for 437 yards coming in today, as the run for Sean Sanders will get about 4. But then second best, you've got 26 receptions for Guy Clausen, who's got about 281. Kenny Hendricks has 311 yards on 19 receptions. They really like to spread the ball around, and everyone's got. I think the lowest one is Tino Sosa, and they've got about 7 receptions.
Yep, that's right.
2nd and 6, tight end in motion to the right side. They're going to hand it off, run outside for Tino Sosa, the aforementioned Sosa. He'll get another 2 yards. He's going to bring up 3rd down and 4. Tackle there by Giovanni Bolt, the Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and we talk about how much they like to share the love as far as receivers goes. The same could be said about their backfield. Both of these rushers have right at about 100 carries, and both of them have about at 400 yards, and both with a touchdown.
Thumper's going to throw here on 3rd down. Oh, and it's caught by Kingston Ellington. Great catch in double coverage, putting it on Baltimore's side of the field. This is a great opening drive so far for Nashville.
Yeah, and I think this is a great sign of things to come for Nashville, because I think if they came out the gate, ran the ball, tried to play conservative football against this Baltimore front, nothing was really going to work. If you're going to play against Baltimore, especially these guys in Nashville, you're going to have to put your foot on the gas and come out full force swinging.
You really do have to just keep being aggressive, and they've done so right out the gate. Inside the 30 of Baltimore, they're going to hand it off to Sanders, who will run out to the left side for 3, and I believe that was Al Walker there on the tackle.
Yeah. And, a lot of these defensive backs for Baltimore are just so good in run support. You got the Hall of Famer Giovanni Bolt. He's top 10 in tackles in the league. A lot of these defensive backs are able to just read the run really well and, shoot gaps expertly.
Thumper to throw down, 2nd down, up the middle of the field. Another catch into double coverage. Another reception there for Althier, putting it inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal.
Man, Thumper is building a house in the middle of this defense right now. That's his 3rd completion over the middle of the field for 15, 20 yardage, or, 15, 20 yards. I mean, he's just taking advantage of a soft spot in the defense of Baltimore right now.
The 3 passes that Switchlumper has had, he's had catches for 27, 20, and another 20. They'll put it to first and goal at the 4. Pitch outside, and Sanders actually will go down for a loss on that play. Tackle there from Roy Towers.
Yeah, and Roy Towers, one of the corners for this Baltimore squad. And, you know, they are elite. And they more often get talked about in their pass defense because they're just so elite in that regard. And they can stop the run pretty well, too.
They will go for the run here on second down for Sosa. Looks like Tino Sosa will get back to the 5 before Alvin Mack puts the stop on it. 3rd and goal coming up.
You know, and this is what we talked about coming out with that aggressiveness that Nashville did. They might not be able to run the ball as well against this Baltimore squad. And we're seeing it right now as the field shortens. You're going to have to stop relying on the deep pass.
3 receivers set in the I formation. Thumper will throw on 3rd and goal. Looking for a receiver. Has time. Right side. Deflected away. An incomplete. Ben Stacking Paper got a hand on the football. So that will lead to 4th and goal. Looks like Nashville will probably bring out the field goal unit.
Yeah, and, you know, they relied pretty heavily on those over-the-middle passes. And just like we said, as the field shortens, your opportunities for that same look are going to stop. And we saw a perfect example of it right there. Baltimore just completely shutting down those inside runs and not leaving any room to pass on that last throw.
And the replay showed that was young Vaught who actually got his hand on the ball. So good deflection on his part. That will lead to this field goal attempt. And the kick is up and through for Grammatica, so that will make it a 3-0 game with Baltimore yet to get the ball on offense. But a good opening drive for Nashville, getting points on the board. They probably would have liked 7, but 3 is perfectly fine.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the season they've had up to this point, you know. I mean, a lot of people looking at this game on paper. I mean, you see a 0-18 versus a 6-2 Baltimore Vultures, multi-time champions, and you know, it doesn't look good if you're Nashville. So I think coming out of the gate and getting any sort of points and having a good, sustainable drive is going to be a good look.
Return out there for Daley Holder will get the ball to the 31-yard line, so that will bring out Baltimore's offense for the first time today. Jack Wigmore getting the call here to start, and he's been having himself a pretty good season. 6th in the league, just over 2,000 passing yards, 5th in completion percentage, 2nd in the league in touchdowns with 15, compared to 12 interceptions, one of the few quarterbacks with those positive ratios, and that was the big story last season. We've definitely seen some marked improvement from the quarterbacks here in season 24. Wigmore to throw, and good opening pass, completes it out to Mac Chima right near the 50-yard mark. That'll be first down.
Yeah, and Mac Chima just so good at being a possession catcher. I mean, there's 3 or 4 defenders in the area, and, you know, if you're going to make that tight throw, you got to have your receiver hold on to the ball after a big hit, and Mac Chima is your guy that's going to do that.
Nice 16-yard grab on that play from Chima, now to the 46.5-ish yard line of Baltimore. Wigmore to throw again, gets it away just in time, and Ivory Irvin makes the reception inside Nashville territory down to the 36.
You know, we talked about how Nashville likes to flip the load as receivers go, and, you know, Baltimore isn't doing such a bad job of it themselves. Ivory Irvin having a monster season, that catch putting him well over 700 yards on the season. Benji Matson has over 500, Mac Chima over 400. I mean, a lot of these receivers are getting involved more and more, and it's starting to look less just like the Ivory Irvin show.
Yeah, there's a little more love being spread out amongst the players. You saw Manson's got 43 receptions. Chimo got 28 coming into today. Here's a run up the middle for T-Roy Gaines, who was going to get stopped just short of the line to gain. Tiga Clay with the tackle, make it 2nd and probably about a foot and change.
And that was some great blocking out there by one of those linemen. It was number 54, I do believe. And laid a great block and gave so much room to run. There was a huge hole to run through.
2nd and about inches to go. Some pressure being put on the line. I think that's Zach Benjamin putting some pressure. They're going to put a man in motion over to the left side. That's Benji Matson, the tight end. They're going to run it. Left side run for Warren Murray. And will get more than enough yards for the first down to put it inside the 25.
Yeah, and again, just so much room to run right now. Baltimore's offensive line just putting on a clinic, and You know, with such good running backs they have in their backfield, with that much room to run, it's going to spell disaster.
Up to the 21, and it'll be a handoff to Gaines. Clay, though, getting wrapped up for the tackle. It'll bring it down for a gain of 6.
Yeah, and Gaines just powering through defenders there. That's what makes him a Hall of Famer, and that's why he's your fullback, because he is not going to go down easy.
No, not at all. That's for sure. 2nd and 4 now from just outside the 15. You're going to run it out to Murray on the outside. Oh, nice little shoestring save by Dylan Bamsalor. That'll make it 3rd down to go. That was almost a last-minute save there on that tackle. 3rd and 1.
Yeah, it certainly was, and now with how well they've been running the ball, I expect to see another one. Hopefully Nashville's thinking the same, maybe get a stop here.
They're going to set up to the offset eye with Gaines in motion to the left. There's a handoff, and it will be just enough for the 1st down for David Anderson getting his first carry. He'll be put in just inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal, Baltimore.
Yeah, it seemed to be some traffic at the line, but David Anderson still able to break away. I mean, didn't have much yardage to gain, so he got just enough to get past the sticks, and that's going to push him past the 10.
Got about 2 yards on that play, so put it just inside the 10. Wigmore throwing for the end zone, deflected away and incomplete. Hand on that ball by Zach Benjamin will put it down to the turf at 2nd and goal.
Yeah, that was a great play there by the linebacker. Just completely read the eyes of the quarterback and was in the perfect position to make that play. The only thing could have been better was holding on to it.
And in the end zone, that would have been a great little interception. Put it right back out to the 20. Split receiver set for 2nd and goal. Then you put Jackson Roberts, the tight end, into motion to the right side. Looks like almost 5 on the line for Nashville. The quick out of the hands of Irvin. Broken up on the play by Bentley Bonner. Great defensive end. Right there, it's 3rd and goal.
Yeah, what a catch there. In decent coverage, but just found a gap in the middle of the field, and that's what they do. Irvin is, what a hit. I mean, it was open. It's just, you're not going to see a lot of that from Ivory Irvin, you know? It's just, he's not going to drop those very often.
No, that's all Bonner there, just laying the wood down and knocking that ball loose, and more importantly, no catch.
Yeah.
3rd and goal now, 4 receiver set. Wigmore going to roll out to his right. Plenty of time up. And overthrew his target. That was intended for Benji Matson. Might have been a little miscue there.
Yeah, definitely could have been. He had the space underneath Bamsler there, but yeah, just like you said, just a little bit too much mustard on that one. And you know, Baltimore's going to have to rely on the field goal now and make it a tie game at the very least.
27-yard attempt here for Shark Tarkington. And I will say, I think Bamsler might have gotten away with a little bit of a block there on the pass for Matson, but got away with it, and it just leads to the field goal as we are now tied up at 3 apiece with 2:54 to go here in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, and Nashville did a really good job on defense there, and we talked about how important it was going to be for Nashville's defense to step up against Baltimore's offense. And that's a great sign there. I mean, Baltimore had a really good sustained drive, had a couple opportunities to score at the end that you shut down. I mean, of course, letting points up is awful, but getting a stop when Baltimore's in the red zone of all teams is a good sign.
Yeah, great stop there from Nashville's defense as they take another knee on the kickoff to bring it back out to the 20-yard line. So both teams have had offensive drives. Both teams had 10 plays. Both teams got field goals. So we're knotted up at 3 apiece as we get down to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, 2 receivers set to the right. Thumper will look to throw. Has plenty of time in the pocket. Going to the left side. And another catch in double coverage by Kingston Ellington. They've been going to these 2 receivers frequently, and they've been delivering on those double coverage catches.
Yeah, absolutely. And, this is that heart we talked about. Because there's 2 all-star level defenders on you, hitting you as the ball is in your hands. And it's hard to bring those in. But right now, Nashville is doing it.
Another catch there for Ellington will put it up to the 43, a 23-yard grab. First and 10. They'll go back to that 2-wide set. They're going to run it up the middle here for Sanders. We get another 4 on that play. Nice big hit there by Baltimore's defenseman to set up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, that's that 4-yard gain that everybody talks about. You know, if you can keep that going, you're going to be good. And certainly against this defensive front on the ground, if you're able to pick that up, it's going to be good.
Tight package here for 2nd and 6. 2-back set. They're going to hand it off for Sosa. Sosa trying to push the pile and gets another 4-yard gain. To set up 3rd down and 2. Now just inside Baltimore. No, just outside their own territory.
Yeah, just a powerful run there. It was a pretty heavy box from both squads, but Nashville had a little bit more meat there, and just power it forward in a really, really solid 2 runs.
They're going to go with another run here for Sanders. They're just going right up the gut with these running plays, and they get right up to the 40-yard line of Baltimore in a 1st down.
Yeah, bringing the fight to Baltimore right now. I mean, kind of wavering away from what we saw in that first drive where they were relying on the over-the-middle pass. Now they're just running it right down the throat of the Vultures.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about how their run game struggles a little bit. They might be trying something a little bit different here, just trying to go right up the gut, right into the belly of the beast, if you will. Sosa going to run a little to the right and gets 7 on that run to the outside. So the running game starting to really build up now for Nashville.
Yeah, and I mean, Nashville's offensive line doing a really stellar job. The point of contact on these tackles seems to be right after that 4-yard gain, and you know, it's either Nashville's getting brought down right around that 4-yard mark or they're fighting for extra yardage.
Another handoff for Sanders. Avoids a tackle in the backfield and ends up getting brought down by Roy Towers past the line to gain. So the running game for Nashville moving the football now inside the 30 for a 1st down.
Yeah, and they have such a good tandem of backs, Sosa and Sanders.
And Jay Ballmer, the fullback as well, might be getting some love here eventually. Oh, and there's a nice little hit on that play. That was Giovanni Bolt alongside Elijah Warfield getting the tackle. We're almost near the line of scrimmage. We're going to call it 2-yard gain.
Yeah, it's still yardage, and now you can see Baltimore starting to pack their box a little more, bringing 4-3s up consistently.
They will snap it before the quarter, and Sanders on the run gets inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. Another 6-yard gain will get us down to 3rd and 2 when we get on the other side of this quick break. End of 1, and that's a tight one here in Baltimore as Nashville's driving the football. We're tied at 3. You're watching the Simulation Football League here on VFN. Aerial coverage of today's game provided by Dags DroneWorks, aerial photography and videography services for real estate, events, marketing, and more. And you can learn more at dagsdroneworks.com. Great little look there at Baltimore, Maryland, the home of the SFL Season 25 convention. That'll be coming up in a couple months. Can't wait to see what'll happen with that. That'll be happening on July 10th to the 13th, and if you haven't booked it, please do so. You can join SFL Nation on the rooftop pool of the host hotel, the Hyatt Regency. Reserve the room at the special group rate at simfl.net. Sanders with the run, gets a couple more yards to boot, and will be 1st down at the 17-yard line.
Oh, such a heavy look now.
Yeah, they've been going with the running game for these past few plays, and maybe trying to set the tone here. Maybe kind of simmer down a little bit. Another pitch here for Sosa. Spins around the defender, but cannot get back to the line of scrimmage, unfortunately, so it will go down for a loss of 1.
Yeah, these inside runs right now for Nashville seem to be working a lot better than those outside looks that they've been going to.
Yeah, trying to run through the gut does seem to be more productive for them so far. 2nd and 11. Thumper will go to throw. We'll check it down. Nice wide open receiver for Sanders and turns it into a positive gain of 8. It'll be 3rd down and 3 coming up for Nashville.
Yeah, I love that play call there. Anytime they've passed the ball, it's really just been that over-the-middle look. So Baltimore kind of biting on that and finding the flat route just wide open.
From the 10, Thumper to throw. Needs to get it away. Does so, and it's caught in the end zone by number 30, Jay Ballmer. Touchdown, Nashville.
Golly, the fullback out there looking like a tight end with that route. What a route, breaking free and catching it in traffic. keeping the feet in bounds. My goodness.
Incredible catch there from Balmer on a 10-yard touchdown. Caps off a 12-play, 78-yard drive. And Gramatica will kick the extra point to put it up and through. Makes it a 7-point game. It's now 10-3 with 8:46 to go here in the second quarter. Look at that. A 4-minute drive for Nashville. That was a great way to just move the ball downfield and just kill a lot of clock.
Yeah, absolutely. And if they continue with that game plan, that that chewing of the clock is only gonna get better. And it seemed like they were really heavily relying on it, which was a good thing because once the pass finally got used, on those 2 plays they did at the end, they both worked.
A run out there for Mac Chima on the return to make it to the Baltimore 30-yard line. So Baltimore on the back foot here in the early going, hoping to they're going to have to respond with a touchdown of their own here if they want to keep themselves in the fight here, because it looks like Nashville's kind of thrown all caution to the wind.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw how mirror image that first drive was, Ethan, and now let's see if this one goes the same. But they ran the ball pretty well on that first drive.
Yeah, first few drive there were 5 run plays, 4 pass plays, only 1 completion though for Baltimore. They're going to run it out for T. Roy Gaines. Gets around the tackler, moving down the sideline and out of bounds for a 9-yard gain.
And that's just that power running we talk about. Breaks the first tackle, stiff arms a man into the dirt, and fights for 9 yards on a play that could have been a loss.
Yeah, could have very easily been a loss, but T. Roy Gaines has always been kind of one of those runners that you are so difficult to bring down in the first level. You have to wait until he's already downfield to really try to either push him out of bounds or even manage to pull in a tackle. Here's a handoff from Murray, who gets the first down, but a great hit right off the bat by Jeff Gagne. Even though it's a first down, it only turns out for a couple of yards.
Yeah, and I got to say it before it slips my mind. These unis for Baltimore are looking very, very clean. I love the gray and gold.
Yeah, it is a very nice look. I will grant you that. Handoff up the middle. This is Anderson on the run. We get about 4 on the play. I was going to say it reminded me of another SFL team, but they're not in business at the moment, so I will not mention them. But if you know, you know. Second down and 6 from the 45. 2 tight ends set up to the left, 1 receiver right. Looks like the tight ends will switch up. Matson's going to go in motion over to the right side, and he will go into the tight end set. Wigmore on the quick step, checks it down to Matson, has room down the right side, gets the first down, and ducks out of bounds at the 46 of Nashville. Putting that ball in motion once again.
Yeah, just doing whatever you can to get the first, and out route completely wide open, and after that, it's just all ball carrier, right? He just makes his way to the outside and just rides the sideline long enough to get the first.
Goes down for a 9-yard reception for Matson. And that's the thing, Wigmore has thrown the ball 6 times. He's only gotten 3 receptions so far. This will be attempt number 7. Oh. No, it will not! RC Puff says, no, you are not getting that ball out. And it goes down for a 5-yard sack.
My gosh, what a hit! Just full speed, gets past the blocker, and a power slam into the back of Jack Wigmore. My goodness, what a powerful hit, and what a nice play after the first down to push him back past the 50.
Pushing them back just inside their own territory here. They're going to go 2 and 2 for 2nd and 15. Wigmore on the quick step, looking for a receiver. Going down the right side, and a nice jumping grab from Mac Chima down to the 25-yard line. So a loss of 5 on the first play, and they just go out and get 26.
Yeah, really nice bounce back. Like you said, take 1 step back and take 20 steps forward on that sort of play. And it's just one-on-one coverage. Physical coverage, and it only takes 1 little move for the receiver to break away and just separate a little bit from the corner. And Wigmore knows when his guys are going to do it. He's going to fire it at that moment to where it can connect perfectly.
Yeah, Mac Chima taking on Chris Stack, and Stack just got a little bit duped there, and let Chima get away with the football. First and 10 at the 25. Wigmore, quick pass. Oh, wow. Great catch from Irvin. There was a little bit of a miscue there, but turned it into a positive gain of 6.
Yeah, caught that one bent over right before it hit the ground while Tigga Clay was running full force at you. A really nice catch.
Takes it just inside the red zone now. 2nd and 4. 2 receivers set with 1 tight end to the right. They're going to hand it off to Murray. Gets through the first level. No, they're going to not give him the first down. They say he was short. It looked like he got pretty close to it, but they're not going to give it to him. So 3rd and 1 coming up.
Yeah, from the initial look, it looked like he got past it, but I mean, just going to have to try and get it again. And Nashville expecting a run here with 8 in the box.
And they will get it. It'll be a handoff and brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Tackle for loss there by Dylan Bamsler. It'll be 4th and 2, and they'll bring out Tarkington for the field goal.
Wow, and it goes from thinking they got the first down to getting tackled for a loss. Huge play there by Bamsler to force the field goal, and it keeps you in the lead. And if Nashville can keep this tempo that they're on and continue to put points on the board, I mean, if they're able to keep continuing to hold Baltimore to field goals, it's just going to slowly slip away, but it's definitely going to be a challenge.
I'm sure no pun was intended on that one for sure, but the field goal from Tarkington is up and through, makes it a 10-6 ball game with 4:48 to go here in the second quarter. Another booming kick deep into the end zone. We'll go down for a touchback. This has been the consistent starting point for Nashville at this point. They have not been able to get any kickoff returns out of the end zone. Just the kicks from Tarkington have just gone so deep into the end zone.
Yeah, absolutely.
1st and 10 for Nashville. They're going to put Ellington in motion over to the left. As you see, the team stats here are already over 100 yards passing for Switch Thumper. They're going to pitch it out to the left side for Sean Sanders. They'll get a couple more yards. They'll get about 2 there as he's brought down. Looks like that was Warfield there on the tackle.
Yeah, and again, they go back to that outside run, and it just seems like the corners do such a good job of reading it. And they break so quickly back to the line of scrimmage to continuously catch him right at the line.
So with just about 4 minutes and change to go here in the half. Shift to the offset eye. They're going to pitch it again. Tino Sosa gets away with the first tackle, but another great secondary stop by Young Vaught. Turns it into just a marginal gain, so it'll be 3rd and 4 now for Nashville.
Yeah, and they keep breaking the first tackles on the outside, but, I mean, Baltimore does a good job of getting so many hats on the ball on those runs, and we're seeing it right now. They break a tackle, and they get brought down shortly after.
Thumper to throw, and in the middle of the zone is Kenny Hendricks, who gets the grab up to the 40 and a first down.
Yeah, Hendricks has had a pretty quiet night up to this point, but getting involved now, a really nice throw. Just, you know, it's all about finding those gaps. I mean, it's just level concept. You run one underneath, one over the top. You wait to see who the linebacker chooses, and more often than not, it's going to be that underneath guy, and that's going to leave that pass over the middle open.
So Hendricks getting a 14-yard grab. They'll go for the run outside for Sanders, and another step up there from Vaught, who's been really good at shutting down those second-level bursts of speed, and he'll go down for no gain.
Yep, absolutely. Again, just that outside run getting completely bottled, and Nashville, I mean, they go back to this look. We've seen the pitch out of this look a lot.
2 receivers set. They will go for the throw. Quick pass up the middle. Incomplete. That's the second incompletion of the game for Thumper. That pass intended for Althea.
Yeah, he's been just really, really, you know, efficient up to this point. 80% completion out of 10 attempts, and, you know, it's going to be 3rd and 10 now, and most of their passes get past this 10-yard margin that they need.
Thumper's going to go in the shotgun here for 3rd and 10. 4 on the rush. Thumper to throw up the middle. Open man in the middle of the zone again. This time that Althea connects to it, and it goes down to the 35 of Baltimore.
And again, just attacking that middle of the zone. We've been talking about it all game. And they go back to it. Thumper just throwing it right in that soft spot between the backer and the safety. And the safety was there, just didn't have quite enough time to break down all the way and get in front of it.
You see the last 10 attempts here from Switch Thumper. That is the 2 incompletions he has had so far all game. This will be another throw, and that will be the 3rd, as that pass intended for Hendricks goes incomplete.
Yeah, and that one maybe just a little bit too much gas on that one, and Hendricks was only able to get one hand up to it, and it was going a little bit too quick to haul it in with one hand.
But so far, Thumper, 9 of 12 for 144 yards and the score. Doing very well in the air, and they are going to go on the ground here for the run. A little bit of a stiff arm there from Sanders. I thought maybe he'd be able to keep going, but it ends up going down for a gain of 5. The third halfway coming up.
Yeah, and your playbook's pretty open here. I mean, most of their inside runs get around 5 yards, and, you know, their passes are pretty well over 5 yards, but the pass look is seeming to come.
Thumper will throw, gets it away just before he is brought down by Alvin Mack, so it will be incomplete. 4th and 5 coming up. This is probably just outside field goal range.
Yep. And, you know, they brought so much pressure. They brought 2 linebackers, Alvin Mack being one of them, and he was just able to find space and, like you said, hit the quarterback right as the ball was coming out, and he completely made that play.
So here's the punt from Leckler. The first punt all game for either of these teams, as the ball will be fair caught by Irvin down to the 13-yard line. So deep field position for Baltimore here on this next drive. They've had drives starting on their own 31 and their own 30. So this is a little more than twice what they've been having to deal with.
Yeah, and if you're Baltimore, you got to shake off this field goal slump, because even another field goal would put you up to 3 scores more than Nashville, but you would still be behind by a point.
When they go 2 receivers set for first down, they're going to put Matson in motion to the left. Set up a 2 tight end spot in that position. Play clock down to 2. They got to snap it off. They will. Wigmore to throw, rolling to his right. Has it tipped in the air, nearly intercepted. Zach Benjamin had his hands on it. Chris Delro tried to catch it, but nothing coming up as it hits the turf. That'll bring us down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in Baltimore. They are down by 4 with 1:58 to go here in the first half.
Oh, that would have been such a big play, Ethan. I'd argue there would have been nothing but green in front of Zach if he was able to hold on to that one.
It will, though, however, be a deflection for Benjamin. 2nd down and 10. 2 tight ends set, 2 receivers. Wigmore, quick step, pump fakes, gonna run it. Takes it up to the 15, down to the 16-yard line. I think we have an injury on the play. Yes, we do.
Ooh.
It is one of the defensive ends for Baltimore. Is number 52, for Nashville, Jose Fuentes is the one who's down.
And you hate to see that, and hopefully he's able to come back and play some more football tonight.
Yeah, Jose Fuentes so far this season, 6 tackles, 2 sacks, the leading sacker for this Nashville defense. Prior to today's game, RC Puff with their sack gets to their 2nd. So they are now tied for the top spot there for Nashville. It will be 3rd down. Wigmore gets it away, and wow, what a great catch in stride, in coverage for Mac Chima, moving the sticks for Baltimore.
Yeah, I mean, that's just such an impressive play from Wigmore. Pressure in his face, and if I'm not mistaken, it was RC Puff again who almost got to the quarterback. Zach Benjamin was in great coverage, but just such a perfect throw, keeping it just out of the range of the linebacker to where only the receiver could get it.
So it'll be 1st and 10 now at the 31 of Baltimore. Wigmore will step back to throw, going up the middle, and that one incomplete. And looked like Teague Clay might have gotten a hand on it just before it hit the turf.
Yeah, I tried to scoop it up, but, batted it down nonetheless. And, I mean, Nashville's playing great coverage. It just comes down to Jack Wigmore throwing perfect footballs right now.
Yeah, Wigmore still struggling right now. 6 of 11 for 89 yards so far today. Chima will go in motion over to the left side, sending 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. It's like almost a dime package for Nashville. Wigmore gets it away, and a great catch there for Irvin to get to the 45-yard line. Another 1st down for Baltimore.
Yeah, and again, that's just a well-timed pass. And, you talked about how his completion splits are just not what they usually are. And I mean, yeah, shout out to Nashville. They're just playing really good coverage, and just most of his completions are just really, really threading the needle.
Wigmore going to throw here. Looks like Baltimore might be in a hurry up, but Zach Benjamin with the interception. The one-handed grab puts the ball back into Nashville hands, and I will give you that nice hands catch brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it. SFL 4K23. Look at that jumping grab for Benjamin, getting it away from number 10, Ivory Irvin.
Yeah, he had 3 shots at an interception and caught the hardest one by far. You know, the other 2 were pretty simple catches, but that one, what a play there from Benjamin.
So this is a good turnaround opportunity for Nashville. They're up 4 with a minute to go. A chance to get some points off the turnover. Pitch outside for Sanders. Shakes one, but brought down by Alvin Mack. We make it 2nd down and 10 to go, and I think Nashville will be content to let this clock run out to the end of the half.
Yeah, I think I agree with you there, and they're probably just going to run it out and kind of reconvene at the half, maybe see what they can change up. But right now, they're in the lead.
Going to pitch out again for Sosa, and a nice outside run will get 3. We'll have a timeout being called by Baltimore.
They're hoping to get the ball back here, and I don't hate it. I mean, not too much to risk, and from where they'll be at on the field if they do get a punt. But I mean, I don't hate the decision, honestly.
3rd down, about 7 to go. Thumper to throw, will check it down, got it completed, and just getting out of bounds short of the line to gain. Elliott Pope Jr. getting their first catch of the day and almost turned it into a 1st down.
Yeah, almost. And they went to that outside throw to try and get the 1st down and keep it out of bounds, but just didn't connect there, just a few yards short. Now they're going to have to punt.
So they will punt it away for Leckler, but on the positive, taking the ball away from Baltimore and denying them an opportunity to get some points as the punt is away. This will be taken at about the 11. Maybe about a return of 1 there for Irvin. Still stops the clock with 21 seconds to go. We'll see if Baltimore will try to drive down or maybe just kneel it out to 10.5.
Yeah, I think it could be either or right now, honestly, just because they've been running the ball good majority of the time, but now that you're pinned at the 12, and we saw that interception earlier, if you see another turnover, it could be catastrophic if Nashville can take it back.
Yeah, you really need to get some points on the board. It'll give you a chance to double dip because Baltimore will get the ball to start the 2nd half. Wigmore does look to throw. In the middle of the field, caught by Chima. He's got room to run. Down the left side, going to the 30, to the 20. This could go. It'll go out of bounds. 1st and goal to go inside the 10 with 9 seconds to go.
What a stunner from Baltimore. And my goodness, what a play. We talked about the risk factor. They don't care. Jack Wigmore threw it right past the diving defender, and then it was just a foot race. Chima just closing in on the sideline as he runs for his life from the swarm of Nashville defenders following, and they get it inside the 10. What a huge play there from Baltimore.
Chris Stack making the touchdown-saving tackle for now. Because if he wasn't there, I don't think Bentley Bonner was going to be able to catch him. No. So 1st and goal from the 8, 9 seconds to go. They'll have probably about 2 chances to get into the end zone. Matson in motion to the right side. Play clock down to 2. They're going to hand it off. And Murray going to go into the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Wow. What a turn of events, Ethan. They go from, what was it, the 14? That was the 12. All the way to the other side of the field in a matter of moments. About 20 seconds. That's all it needed. 2 plays. Oh my goodness. What an exciting turn of events. 2 plays, 88 yards to get all the way down the field.
So the 2 plays from that drive, an 80-yard reception to Mac Chima that flips the field, and then an 8-yard touchdown run from Warren Murray that will now give Baltimore the lead. Tarkington with the extra point puts it up and through. And what we thought was just going to be maybe just a couple of plays to see if they get some points now turns into a 13-10 lead, and Baltimore's going to get the ball back in about 5 game seconds.
Wow. And, you know, maybe Nashville was just lulled a little bit right there. Maybe they expected Baltimore to just take it to the half, but Baltimore, they came out swinging, and just a little lapse in the coverage of Nashville was all it took. And that 80-yard reception gonna be the longest on the season by a good margin from Baltimore.
And another kickoff deep in the end zone for the touchback. So another start for Nashville on their own 20. 3 seconds to go. Unless they can do something like what Baltimore did, I don't think we're going to get a good play here. Thumper just going to go for the moon ball here, and it's caught. He got the catch down to the 49-yard line. Good catch from Kenny Hendricks, but not much oomph on that moon ball there. But good positive yardage to end the half.
Yeah, they tried to take one back, and I mean, the reception was nice. Just Baltimore knew they were going deep and just bottled up the play after the catch.
That'll take us to the end of the first half. A great first half of football for both of these squads. But Baltimore, with those last-second touchdown to end the half, they lead it 13-10 as we go into the tunnel and take a look at the first half stats. And here's the thing. Nashville is leading in total yards. They lead it by about 11. These teams have been very similar, and Nashville has been really stepping up against this Baltimore team. And you see there the interception almost turned it into points, just couldn't get it. But Nashville is in the fight today.
Yeah, they certainly are, and they're doing what we thought couldn't be done. Apart from that, I mean, just miracle at the end from Baltimore. They were able to bottle it up pretty good as far as offense goes for them.
Absolutely. They're the half of Akima. Again, that big 80-yard reception, the factor there. So we're going to hopefully see Nashville and Baltimore duke it out again here in the second half. We'll take a quick halftime break. Brought to you by Brakes PT.
We just pulled a full-size Taylor Swift helmet. Shout out to all our Swifties. I mean, Travis Kelce. This is a Giants Lawrence Taylor.
Patrick Mahomes.
Chad Johnson with the Ocho Cinco.
We have a Drew Brees.
Is that an O.J. Simpson jersey?
It's an Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my goodness.
Tom Brady! Tom Brady!
Break into the world of sports memorabilia collecting with Brakes GPT, featuring signed football jerseys, helmets, photos, and more. Brakes GPT offers you the shot at winning autographed and authenticated sports memorabilia at a fraction of the price. Join the community of collectors on our Brakes GPT Facebook page and lock in your shot at hitting a humongous headliner on our site, brakesgpt.com. Kick return here for Chima. Gets out to the 35. We got a flag, though, so I think we might get a few more yards on top of it. Yeah, it will be an incidental face mask, so that'll only be 5 yards on that penalty, so it'll bring it out to the Baltimore 40 for this first drive in the second half. Looking at the first half summary, there were only 4 times that there weren't any scores in that first half. 2 of them were punts by Nashville. One of them was that last play at the end of the half, and the other was the interception by Baltimore. Other than that, it's been field goals and touchdowns for both of these teams.
Yeah, and it's just such a competitive one already. I mean, just from the look of the first half. And now if you're Baltimore, I feel like this is really the time where you got to be like, all right, let's, you know, for lack of a better term, stop playing with our food and maybe continue what you've done in recent outings and, you know, try and do what you do best and keep just pounding the rock.
So after the 5-yard completion to Chima, a little run from Warren Murray will get them past the sticks and past the 50. So it'll be first down inside Nashville territory.
Yeah, and just already getting past the 50, that face mask really going to become a factor as, you know, put them in really good field position and just shortening the field. It's really what you hate to see. And now Nashville, it's going to be harder and harder to stop Baltimore now, and it seems they just have a full head of steam.
First and 10 now from the 48 of Nashville. 3 receivers set, tight end set to the right. Wigmore to throw, gets it away. Oh, into coverage and incomplete. Jay Mart on the coverage. but that will fall to the turf.
Yeah, and you know, it's Baltimore's in the lead right now, but yeah, I think one of the highlights of this Nashville squad, especially on defense, is how well they have played, you know, against the pass. They already have 6 pass deflections and an interception in the first half alone, and just added one right there.
Yeah, there's 6th in the league in pass deflections coming into today with 39, so they're going to tack on 6 more. There's 7, and it nearly got an interception on that play, but King Bradshaw just bobbling it in his hands, just couldn't bring it in.
And those are the ones you have to take advantage of against a team like Baltimore. You're not going to get many of those at all. And they've had a few of them now tonight, and they've only been able to capitalize on the one.
The amount of deflections they've had, you got to think they're bound to get another one.
Yeah.
Wigmore to throw it out left side. Oh, what a great catch on the side by Mac Chima, getting inside the 30-yard line. Another first down for Baltimore.
Yeah, and the completions for Baltimore just seem to be such tight passes from Wigmore. Their receivers being able to hold on to the ball when they can. And I mean, just like that one right there. The defense wasn't bad by any means, just a great throw and a great catch.
Yeah, so far Mac Chima, 6 receptions, 164 yards of receiving on the day. Even if you take off the 80-yard grab he had, that's still 84 yards of receiving. It's still doing very well for himself today. Wigmore to throw here. Another completion out to Chima. That seems to be the main connection today as it's 1st and goal inside the 10.
Yeah, I mean, it's just all going through Chima right now. I mean, out of his 11 completions, 7 of them are to Mac Chima.
An unbelievable little proportion there for Mac Chima from Jack Wigmore. And considering that it's usually Matson and Irvin who are the main targets for this team. Their handoff for Gaines on the outside. Oh, what a great hit to bring him down. That's another tackle there from Bamsler to make it 2nd and goal.
Yeah, and then that's what you need to do against that guy. They brought 2 defenders, and one of them got stiff-armed into another dimension. But Bamsler was able to make the assist and, you know, make the tackle shortly after.
Brings it up to the 4-yard line, or 4-ish yard line. About 17 feet away. Handoff, caught in the traffic is Murray. He's going to go nowhere to bring up 3rd and goal.
Yeah, they just bottled that one up, expecting run the whole way, and you know, when they expect it, they did a good job of stopping it. Now it looks like they're expecting it again. They have a decently heavy box here.
Yeah, they've got 8 in the box right now. 3rd and goal. Tight end set to the left, 2 to the right. Would not be surprised if they might go for the throw. They will. Wigmore to throw it. Up the middle of the field. Caught by Benji Matson for the 4-yard touchdown.
And it was such a good play call from Nashville. You know, they were kind of just baiting Baltimore with bringing that many people down onto the box, because as soon as he hiked the ball, they all dropped back into coverage. They should have been able to stop that one, but Wigmore and Matson just found a gap in the middle of the defense and just attacked it.
Great little catch there for Baltimore, making a 2-score game. Tarkington will kick the extra point here to potentially make it a 10-point lead. It is on its way, and good. That will make it 20-10 with 6:51 to go here in the 3rd quarter. So good first drive from Baltimore. 9 plays, 60 yards, going down the field for the score. Nashville is yet to get the ball to start the 2nd half, but that will happen here after this kick. And this one looks like it will be returned, and it will, from just inside the end zone. Getting some positive field position on the return. Up to the 31-yard line. Great return from Kingston Ellington. That is the best field position for Nashville on a kickoff return so far today.
Yeah, finally took one out, like you said. And yeah, had a little decent return and fought through a few tackles and got the extra yardage he needed. And now going to be past the 30 already. Let's see if they made any changes at halftime, or if they stick with the same look they've been going with that first half.
Yeah, the only other better position they've had all game was the 45-yard line on the interception from Zach Benjamin. Other than that, it's been the 20 all day. Thumper tried to check it down, but it looks like Sanders was caught in some coverage. Said he wasn't even there at all. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and that one just came down like a dead duck and just nothing at all. And, you know, Nashville, you got a few more chances here to get 10 yards. And they're in a decently pass-heavy look right now, but so is Baltimore.
Yes, 3 receivers set versus the nickel package. They are going to run it. Sanders tried to run out to the left side, missed the lane in the middle, and that'll only pick up 1 on the carry. Nice little tackle there from Ben Stacking Paper, so it'll make up 3rd and 9.
Yeah, it just seems like they keep wanting to take it to the outside. You know, they keep doing those pitches and stretch runs, but the corners are just bottling it up, and when we bounce it outside there, it just got completely swallowed up.
Thumper on the deep drop back, gonna run it himself and gets down to the 35-yard line, some positive yardage, but unfortunately it will end up as a 3-and-out as Lechler will come out to punt it.
Yeah, it just seemed like every receiver there for Nashville was just bottled up. It seemed it was either that or risk an interception, and he took the safer route, went down well before the line to gain, and they're just going to punt it.
He had that, and I thought maybe he might have had a block to maybe get a few more yards, but nothing doing on that, unfortunately, as Bradshaw will make the tackle on the punt return to Irvin, and it'll set Baltimore up on their own 25-yard line. You are watching the Simulation Football League here on the Virtual Football Network. This week on VFN, we'll feature the SFL today and tomorrow, the final week of the SFLM regular season on Wednesday, and the UFL Thursday and Friday. It's another week of nonstop action right here on VFN. 1st and 10 now from the 25 for Baltimore. Wigmore going to hand it off to Gaines. Shakes one tackle, gets double teamed up and around the 30, and brought down for a gain of 6.
Really nice run to start the drive there, and you know, it's not a bad idea because they've been running the ball pretty well. And with how good that the defense has played against the pass, I really would like to see a more run-heavy look from Baltimore.
And they do seem to be a little more run-heavy now that they've got the 10-point lead. Handoff for Murray, shakes the tackle, and gets just enough to get to the 35-yard line in a 1st down.
Yeah, I mean, Warren Murray over 4 yards per carry. T-Roy Gaines well over 6 yards per carry. I mean, it's just been tough runs. I mean, you know, gaining anywhere from 4 to 6 yards usually when they do run the ball.
Irvin going in motion to the left side to split the receiver set. He's going to be pursued by Chris Stack. Wigmore to throw on the quick step. Going to Irvin and gets the completion. Chris Darrow on the tackle, but it's going to be brought up to the 48-yard line, and it's another 1st down.
Yeah, and Ivory Irvin getting his 4th catch in what seems like a while. And, you know, there's 2 people in the area, and you know, the linebacker just tried to get further back and try and make a play on the ball, but ball came in exactly when it needed to. Ivory Irvin hauling it in, getting the 1st down.
And looks like they marked the ball at the 49, so that'll be a 14-yard completion there for Irvin. 1st and 10 just outside of midfield. Quick step, throws, completes it to Matson, gonna go outside, and gets down of bounds at about the 45-yard line. They'll make up the 43-yard line of Nashville. They'll make up 2nd and 2.
Yeah, I don't know about you. That seemed like a very generous spotting.
It did feel a little bit, but I think they did extend the ball enough just to get to that spot. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt there. Here's the handoff up the middle for Murray. Gets the 1st down and slides down to about the 36. Nice little run up the gut to continue the running game here. We're now just under 4 minutes to go here in the 3rd.
Yeah, and just continuing to pound the rock on this, you know, drive like they have been, and you know, putting them already at about the 35, and you know, closing the gap. It's only going to get easier to run the ball the closer you get to the red zone.
And the closer you get to the 4th quarter as well, because when you have that lead, all you got to do is just run it and keep that clock moving. Handoff, going to get just about a yard for T-Roy Gaines. Nice tackle there from Zach Benjamin. Only makes 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Benjamin having a really good performance. He had the interception earlier, batted a few balls down, and has a handful of tackles now going into this play.
Yeah, Benjamin, 3 tackles, 2 assists, 2 deflections, and that pick. Benjamin, Wigmore with the throw, got hit as he threw, and Bonner was there to try to bring it in, but just couldn't get the hands on the ball.
Yeah, that's another one that you just have to take advantage of if you're the defense in Nashville. The ball was there. Defensive line made a huge play to pressure Wigmore and, threw an ill-advised throw, which, I mean, if you're Nashville, those are the ones you have to take advantage of to the best of your abilities.
They'll go 2-2 on 3rd and 9. 4 on the rush here. Wigmore gets it away and incomplete. Madsen had it in his hands, but a great breakup by Bonner once again.
Yeah, getting another big play there is Bonner, and that one even bigger than the first. I mean, that one looked like a surefire first down from the angle we had at first before we saw the ball pop out, thanks to the efforts of Bentley Bonner.
So no points on this drive for Baltimore. We're going to see Matty Coffins for the first time today. We'll punt this ball out. It'll go down the left side on the Coffin corner. And it looks like it'll bounce out of bounds at around the 7. Good punt there on the play to pin Nashville down.
Yeah, and that one was, I think, pretty close to field goal range for Tarkington. His longest being 51 makes him second in the league for the longest field goal, and that was probably maybe just a smidge out of his range.
A smidge out of range, and I think there might be a little bit of a wind going on today, so which is why the kickoff might have not gone as far as it did that last time, as the run goes for about a gain of 1. So I think the headwind might have been a little more of a, let's just punt it away, just be safe with it.
Yeah, it was a good decision. A really nice punt from Coffins.
So after the 1-yard run, it'll be 2nd and 9, 3 receivers set, 2 in the backfield, nickel package here for Baltimore. They'll pitch it out for Sosa, but brought down right at the line by Alvin Mack. The outside runs have just not been successful so far today.
Yeah, not at all. And just from a play calling angle, I mean, the outside runs just completely get bottled up. The inside runs seem to be working a lot better, though. And, maybe if you want to run the ball, try and tend to stay to that.
So bring up to 3rd and 9. 2-2 here for Nashville. Thumper to throw. Going left side and deflected away and incomplete. Nice hand on the ball there by Elijah Warfield. So another 3 and out coming up for Nashville.
Yeah, it's just like not even a hiccup for Baltimore. You're like, fine, we got to punt it away. We'll get it right back, though. And just 3 great plays back-to-back, bottling up 2 outside runs, and then a really athletic play there from Warfield to get a hand on that one.
Leckler from in his own end zone is going to have to punt this out deep. It'll be taken right at the 42 of Nashville. Irvin getting some very good field position now, as it will be first down for Baltimore on the Nashville 33-yard line. Great opportunity here for the Vultures to extend their lead.
Yeah, just such good field position now, and almost assuredly you're going to see some points here from Baltimore. But we've seen crazier things.
We have seen some crazier things, and I know Nashville is really, really trying to work their hardest to get their first win of the season. They've been able to hang tough against Baltimore. We have to see if they can overcome it here. First down for Wigmore, little pitch, and that is down at incomplete. Yeah, we do have an injury on the play, and it's Zach Benjamin, one of the top defenders for this Nashville defense, and he is down and hurt.
That's such a tough loss if you're Nashville. You hate to see anybody go down. Hopefully we can see him bounce back soon, and that's going to hurt if you're Nashville.
So that is now Zach Benjamin and Jose Fuentes, two of the front 7 for Nashville, down and hurt. We'll hopefully see them back onto the field soon enough. 2nd and 7 now for Wigmore. And the pass is completed to Irvin to get the first down just outside the 35. 20, I believe.
Yeah, and just finding him in open space again. That over-the-middle route has been, their bread and butter so far up to this point. And, we saw the stat earlier. It was a majority of their yardage, and they continue to attack it, and it continue to work.
It's been working so far. 271 yards of offense from Jack Wigmore through the air. And a combined yardage of 82 on the ground for Baltimore. Probably going to see a little bit more of that in the next couple of minutes. Wigmore to throw. Into double coverage and incomplete. I think it was either Matson or Irvin. They went through that cross route and they just got tangled up.
Yeah, just a lot of bodies there on that one, and another throw that just kind of gets lost from Wigmore and goes into that sea of white and green and just doesn't come out. And in another decently heavy look, I mean, they can go anywhere with this formation.
Two receivers set to the right. They will go for the throw. Quick step for Wigmore. Oh, and overthrew his target. Nearly intercepted by Chris Delro, but it just hits the turf.
Oh, I want to see a better look at this one. And
so yeah, close. Just in front.
Yeah, I mean, really nice effort. I mean, really, it did probably not going to come up with that play in the end, but the fact that he went for it shows a lot from those guys over in Nashville. They are not giving up easily.
Absolutely. There's definitely a never say die attitude from the tempo. 3rd and 10 from the 20. Wigmore with 4 receivers, 3 to the left. On the deep drop, throwing up the middle. Caught up to the 5-yard line, so there'll be 1st and goal on the reception for Irvin.
Yeah, and again, just attack in the middle of the field. And Irvin now in this second half has had such a huge impact. I mean, ever since the bunch of receptions Chima had earlier, he hasn't had another one. He's still at 7. And Ivory Irvin has made his way up to 6 now.
Seems like they're just going to take the gas off of Chima and let Matson and Irvin, the main targets, do their work. 1st and goal from the 4. Handoff from Murray. Pushing. Gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore.
And just such a powerful run. So hard to stop from any defense, but especially Nashville. I mean, they have 2 of their front 7 down. It's going to make it a heck of a lot harder to bring that guy down in that scenario. And Baltimore just punches another one in on the clock, and such a good time-consuming drive as the 3rd quarter closes out shortly.
Yeah, so it's a 6-play, 33-yard drive, capping off with that 4-yard touchdown from Warren Murray. The extra point from Tarkington up and through. So it is now a 17-point lead for Baltimore here with 43 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. You kind of see the look of despair on the Nashville side of the bench. They were trailing by 3 coming into the second half, but now almost 14 unanswered points from Baltimore.
Yeah, and it's such a, quick switch. I mean, it's been almost a quarter now, but just such a quick switch. They had the lead as the 1st quarter was about to roll to an end, and it took 20 seconds for Baltimore to just completely snuff out the flame that Nashville had.
Yeah, and you see the return here from Ellington. Gets it out to about the 25-yard line. Oh my goodness, what a hit on that play. That was Andrew Pierce, one of the backup linebackers, just leveling Ellington on that return.
Yeah, that hit hurt me up here.
I know. So the 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Nashville now down 3 scores. Needs to get something moving here to get back in this game. From the offset eye, they're going to hand it off to Sanders. And that will turn into some positive yards. It'll turn it into a gain of 4. We'll get just outside the 30.
And going back to another solid run there, Baltimore in the nickel look. Not too heavily trying to stop the run on that play, but if you're Nashville, you're going to have about a quarter left here after a play or 2, and you still got to make up 17 points.
Yeah, still have to make up 17 points in the 4th quarter. It's a tough task. It's been done. But it's definitely a tough order as Sosa pushing and gets the 1st down up to the 37-yard line. Good conversion there on the gain. Looks like to be about 7 or 8 on that run.
Yeah, and Bach coming across the field to make another tackle on the run, and that one's going to close out the quarter.
4th quarter coming up here. Get your forwards in the chat. Nashville trying to get back into this. They trail by 17. It's 27-10. Baltimore ahead. You're watching the SFL here on VFN. Start of the 4th quarter here in Baltimore, Maryland. Welcome everybody to Sports Gamers Online Stadium here in Baltimore. Check out sportgameronline.com or check them out on YouTube and see why millions visit their website and YouTube channel. Nice little run on that play for Sanders to get another 3-yard gain.
Yeah, just another tough run there, and you know, they've been relying on the run a decent bit, it seems. I mean, they have even splits, I'd say. It's just, if they continue with the run, they're just not going to have enough time, I imagine, to go down the field 3 times and score.
2nd and 7 with 2 tight ends to the left. Thumper will throw up the middle. Has the open man for Hendricks as they get to the enemy side of the field, down to about the 44 of Baltimore.
Yeah, really nice route there. Just broke away from the corner and found a soft spot in the zone. Alvin Mack tried to get back in coverage, but it's a little too slow as that one gets thrown over his head.
And that's probably what we're going to want to see more of from this Nashville offense. A little more of that passing attack we saw in their first drive, the one that ended up in the field goal. Here's a pitch outside, and what a great hit by Jeff Melanishin to get it down for, they're going to call it back to no gain.
You know, it just seems like so many of these plays just get, especially these outside runs, like when they run them, it seems like it's almost just a kryptonite to their drive, just shuts it down so quickly, but they do it to themselves. They keep calling it.
Thumper on the check down to Sosa, turning into a positive gain of 3. This is set up 3rd and 7. They have to start going a little more north to south here on these next few plays.
Yeah, absolutely.
3rd and 7. They're going to have Sanders in the backfield. 4 wide receivers set, dime package for Baltimore. Showing the blitz. They'll back it off. Thumper to throw. Plenty of time. Going to the opposite end. Oh, and it's incomplete. A wide open Chris Althier could not get the hands on the football. It'll be 4th down, and they'll have to punt it away.
And I wish we could have another look at that one to see maybe what happened, because, I mean, maybe just a little bit too off the money. It seemed like he was there, seemed like he could have made the catch, but just unable to haul it in.
So Leckler will punt this away. Booming kick here going down the left side. Fair catch called at the 13-yard line. So Baltimore with a 17-point lead. We'll look to hold on to it here with 8:10 to go here in the 4th quarter. Week 11 of SFL Season 24 will continue tomorrow with a Monday night spectacular doubleheader. We'll start in Houston with the Headhunters and the Dragons, followed by Lexington and Mexico City in the nightcap. The action will start with Cam and Mike on SFL This Week, recapping today's games at 7:15 p.m. Eastern, all right here on the Virtual Football Network. And look at this little breakaway here from T-Roy Gaines. He'll get just enough for the first down. What a great second effort there from T-Roy.
Yeah, thankfully, Tigger Clay able to keep up and catch up to the runner there, because it looked like there was a lot of green in front of him, but thankfully he was able to drag him down from behind and save a pretty big run.
Yeah, because he would have probably likely chugged his way down the field. But wait, hold on a second. We've got a challenge here from Nashville. They're going to challenge the spot of the ball. James Walters thinks he's not made the first down. So we're going to take a retroactive look at that play. Get your console to play SFL on the go at GoRetroid.com. Remember, the yellow line is not official, so it's going to depend on where the ball went down here. So remember, the ball's in his right arm as it goes down. Oh, I think he might be short.
Yeah, I think he is, and good challenge if it goes through. Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah, so he did not make it. It'll be 2nd down. They respot the football. Good little challenge there from Walters and the Nashville coaching staff, saying he did not get the first down. So it'll be 2nd and inches on this next play.
Yeah, let's see if it makes a difference now, because I mean, almost assuredly with the look they have, they're going to go with the run, and Nashville knows that they have a really heavy box.
Almost, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7 on the line here for Nashville. Irvin's going to go in motion out to the right side, to the left side. There'll be a handoff. Murray gets the first down and a little bit more. So the first down does happen just about a play later, and with now time winding down.
Yeah, just able to power through the first down, and kind of expected it. They've been running so well all night, and Just a few inches really wasn't going to make a difference.
Yeah, they were hoping to at least maybe try to stop it in the backfield. Another run here up the middle for Anderson. He gets his his fourth carry of the day. Turns that into a 6-yard gain. That's his longest of the day.
Yeah, his best run by far. A lot of his runs have been getting bottled up pretty quickly, but that one able to bounce it away, and really nice blocking from Baltimore on that one and all night, really.
2 tight ends to the right side for 2nd and 4. Handing it off in that direction for Murray, but brought down in the backfield for a loss. And that is a tackle for loss by, let's think that was Jay Mart on the play.
Yeah, it was Jay Mart who made that big play, and now making it 3rd and 6 from Baltimore, and they're not shy about throwing it clearly as you see this formation they come out in.
Yeah, 3 bunch to the right, 1 to the left. 4 on the rush here for Wigmore. Gets it away and bounced out of the hands of Holder. An incomplete. Great job there by Bamsler on the play deflection.
Yeah, making it his 4th pass deflection on the night, and wow, he's really showing up right now. I mean, tied for 1st on their team in tackles, has the most pass deflections, and has a tackle for loss even. He's playing stellar right now.
So another punt here for Matty Coffins. This one's on its way. He'll be taking it about the 21-yard line. And a return of 8 on that one by Guy Clausen. We haven't seen him on the offensive side much, but he is getting some action on the punt return duty here. And he'll set up Nashville with some decent field position.
Yeah, a tough hit there by Bolt, if I'm not mistaken. And now if you're Nashville, it feels like this is a do-or-die drive. I don't know about you, Ethan.
You've got maybe about 60% of the 4th quarter left. You're down by 3 scores. You got to start getting more aggressive. You got to start hurling it down the field here. But they will instead pitch it, and it only gets back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle there from Alvin Mack on the run to Sanders.
Yeah, and they go back to the run that hasn't worked all night. I mean, after this one, you got to go in and maybe redesign those outside runs, because, or maybe it's a Baltimore defensive scheme, because right now it's just not working.
2nd and 10 with 3 receivers. Thumper will look to throw. Wow, what a great hit. Brought down by Robert Brady. That's his 1st sack of the day.
Brady just shutting that one down in a huge loss there, getting his 2nd on the season, and a really big spot to do it in, making it 3rd and very long now for Nashville.
3rd and 16 on the sack. They've really got to start hurling this football. So got to start getting it back to that pass aggression. Thumper stepping up deep, looking down, gets it completed down to the 50-yard line for Althea, and the 6-yard loss turns into a massive gain of 20.
And Althea making up for the missed catch earlier, catching one over the head of the Hall of Famer to push him to the 50-yard line. And that's a good play to bounce back after the sack. But you still have 50 yards to go, as well as 2 more scoring possessions if you're going to come back.
The 27-yard reception for Althea is his longest so far today. They'll pitch it outside again. Sanders gets a breakaway. Going outside for the 1st down and steps out of bounds with exactly 5 minutes to go. So it should stop the clock. But a great run. This is what they've been what they've been looking for, seeing in their practice sessions.
Yeah, and finally their stubbornness pays off. They go back to it, and it finally pays off. And I think really the biggest part was the wide receiver and left tackle sealing the edge of Baltimore, which we hadn't seen much of, giving Sanders plenty of room to run.
3 receivers set for 1st down, now at the 36 of Baltimore. Thumper looking to throw. Up the middle. It's intercepted! Jeff Melanishin with the grab and takes it right back to the line of scrimmage. That is an unfortunate hit, and it just keeps getting worse for Nashville as Kenny Hendricks is down on the turf.
Yeah, Baltimore, go ahead and pour salt in the wounds, why don't you? My goodness. You get the pick, you hurt a guy, and that one probably going to be the game with that interception. Baltimore been running so well all night, probably just going to try and chew out the clock the rest of the way, and just not enough time to get 3 more scores now.
Yeah, especially with 4:52 to go. You just lost the football. It's all Baltimore has to do is just hold on to it and run it out.
Yeah.
That's really all they have to do. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Warren Murray running outside. A penalty marker here. I think that might have been a little bit of a face mask there from Delro. Oh, blatant face mask being called on Delro. So that'll tack on 15 yards on top of it. So it will be first down at the 43 of Nashville.
My goodness.
Well,
that's gotta hurt.
If you remember you remember that old meme about, let's talk about a meme, but it's like the old references to New York City, how you would get hit by a car and a guy comes up and says, "Hey, are you okay?" And he just steals your wallet. That's kind of what's going on for Nashville right now, as they're just getting hit while they're down, as Murray gets another run to the outside.
Yeah, I mean, who else to kick someone while they're down but some vultures, right, to picking the skin off the dead while they're already there, and just got to continue running it out. And I mean, Nashville's not going to go down easy by any means, but
not in the least. They're definitely going to fight until the very end, but it's going to be a very tall order to try to get into a tie, or even try to get back to a 2-score deficit, as another run for Anderson goes down for 7. It'll be 3rd and 3 coming up.
Yeah, I mean, after that first, quarter, really, it's kind of just been shut down for Nashville. It seemed like the big change of really the entire momentum of the game was that 2-play drive to end the first half even.
Another heavy package here for 3rd down. Got 3 tight ends on the line. They'll hand it off for T-Roy Gaines, who will get the first down, pushing his way out just outside the 33-yard line. Gets the 4-yard gain to boot.
Yeah, and just that first down, just closing in ever closer to the end of this one. And, they'll probably end up scoring if they push all the way down before the time runs out.
They may very well. The way they've been running down the middle of the field, it is within the realm of possibility here. 1st and 10, another heavy package here for Baltimore. The way they're draining this clock. 4 on the play clock. It's going down to 2. They'll snap it. Hand off for Murray. He's met at the line of scrimmage, so it'll only be a 1-yard gain. As Bamsler, one of the top tacklers for this defense so far today.
And they continuously pack guys on the outside. They had 2 defenders on the outside of the line on each side. So they had 2 on the left, 2 on the far right. And Bamsler was one of those guys. He just shot around the line so quickly that he was able to catch the runner in the back at the line of scrimmage. And, to a point, it could be what's helping him, could be what's killing him, because as they do that, it leaves the middle of the field a lot more open for runs.
2nd and 7 coming up again, going into the tight set. Draining the clock. Here's T-Roy Gaines on the run. Makes 1-man tackle, miss, and another first down on the tackle, right just at the line to gain again. Boy, they are just doing the running, and that's all they've needed to do. It's another first down for Baltimore.
Yeah, and the honorary 4th timeout about to come out for Nashville, and never mind. They're gonna challenge it. That one was close, and they won the last one.
They won the last one on a similar thing, so we'll take another retroactive look at this play. Get your console, play SFL on the go at GoRetroid.com. Remember, once again, the yellow line not official. This time the ball is in his left hand. Let's take another look at that angle. This is going to be the best look at it. Oh, I think he got it. I think he extended enough to get it.
I agree. Definitely going to be close. I don't hate the challenge. Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay. So not giving him forward progress on the football. They're going to respot it, and it will be 3rd down and short to go.
Nashville winning the challenge battle, if nothing else.
They are doing a very good job of seeing that. Oh, hey, that didn't happen. So they're making sure they're getting it right. And can't fault them for that. 3rd and inches now.
Yeah, 3rd and a penny.
I'm just about, but T-Roy Gaines says, I don't need a penny. I need a whole dollar bill at this point. So he's going to just push up for the first down. Gets 3 on the carry, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Baltimore leads by 3 scores. They may have a chance to go up by 4. 2 minutes to go here in the 4th. Back at 2 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Ethan Muslin, DJ Kilgannon here on the call for you today from Baltimore, Maryland. Phil Cawson, Ron Haynes doing the stats, working the truck as the run for Murray will get about 2 and another timeout called by Nashville.
Yeah, and that's their first. It's basically at this. I mean, the game's pretty much all over at this point. But
unfortunately, yeah. So, but they're going to do their best to try to prevent any more points and maybe try to. You know, I hate to say maybe make it look good, but
yeah.
they got to try to get some points on the board themselves. As another run for Murray will get about 2 or 3 more. Second timeout called by Nashville.
Yeah, and if they get the first, that's going to completely just shut down the hopes of getting any more points on the board. But I mean, Nashville's certainly going to try and stop them, but they're going to get the field goal, I imagine, if they make it. If they don't get the first down here, pushing it to what, 30, I think.
Yeah, it would be a 20-point lead. Still a 3-scored game, but I mean, I would rather give up 3 than 7. That's for sure. Here's the handoff. Caught at the line. Murray will not make any progress. They'll get about a yard. Final timeout called by Nashville. So no timeouts left. 1:41 to go. Tarkington will be out here to kick the field goal. It'll be about a 30-yard attempt from the right hash to make this a 20-point lead for Baltimore. Up and on its way, and it is good. So that will cap off an 11-play, 50-yard drive. Makes it 30-10. Baltimore on top by 20. Just about 1:38 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. And boy, this has been a tale of 2 halves for Nashville. They were trailing by 3 going into the break, and that last touchdown by Baltimore, it's been all Vulture scoring from that point out.
Yeah, it really has. And yeah, like you said, just try and make it a little bit better on paper is really what all Nashville can do now.
So that'll be a kick return there from Ellington to bring it out to the 28-yard line. They'll have no timeouts and about 1:30 some odd seconds to go. They're just gonna have to try to hurl it down the field as much as they can, try to get some points on the board. If they can get it within 2 scores, they could get an onside, maybe try to get another chance for it.
Yeah, I mean, they could score a few, and we've seen the big plays come from Nashville in the passing game when they need to.
2 receivers set on first down. Thumper looking to throw. Left side. Gets it completed down to the 39 for a first down. They'll go quickly to a no huddle. Back to the 2-2. Thumper with time in the pocket. Gets the short route over to Clausen, who gets his first grab of the day for a gain of 5. They'll quickly reset. 1:12 to go. Quick pass here for Thumper, and it's incomplete out of the hands of Althier.
Yeah, Warfield broke that one up, and Nashville doing pretty good in the hurry-up now. Just got to try and avoid the turnover. Maybe you can drive down and get a few more points put on the board, but as long as they don't turn the ball over and throw a pick, they should be all right to keep driving down the field as they're doing now.
Stops the clock with 1:09 to go. 3rd and 5 coming up. He's number 80 for Nashville, and is Dylan Driver in motion, and that pass out of the hands of the receiver and incomplete. So it'll be 4th and 5 coming up.
Yeah, almost assuredly going to go for it here. John Patrick Levine helped make that play, and now this is all she wrote now for Nashville. 5 yards or nothing.
And you hear the SGO Stadium faithful starting to get a little loud here. They want to win this one right here, right now. 4th and 5. Driver in motion to the left side. 4 receivers set for Nashville. Thumper looks to throw. In trouble. Gets it away, and it's incomplete. That'll be a turnover on downs as Kingston Ellington had that ball just outside his reach, and that will seal the deal.
Yeah, Elijah Warfield calls checkmate, and that is going to be the game for the Vultures. Gonna send Nashville home with their 9th straight loss in this season.
And it's unfortunate because they were in the fight for that first half, and then the second half just completely goosed out. Nothing for Nashville on the points, as they are going to fall to 0-9. They'll have a bye week to try to get things back in order, but they're going to have a tough little go here for their last 3 games. It's all at home, so they have a 3-game homestand to finish out the season. But they'll be taking on Lexington, and then their final 2 divisional matchups, Charleston and Atlanta. Gonna be some tough sledding there for Nashville to try to get a couple of wins under their belt. However, Baltimore will go to 7-2 with their 7th win on the season. They're still fighting Queen City for the top spot in the North Division. They hold the top spot for now, and they're gonna hopefully keep it that way, as they will head in to their own bye week. Then they will have a quick homestand against Mexico City and DC for their final division game, and their last game of the season will be at Florida. That will be all she wrote here in Baltimore, Maryland. The Vultures come out on top, scored 17 unanswered points, and take down the Nashville Tempo 30-10. And look, it's not for Nashville's lack of trying. They had pretty similar stats across the board, but just the big plays paid off for Baltimore. And I'm thinking of giving the game ball to Mac Chima. 7 catches for 181 yards. He was the big deliverer there for the Vultures.
Yeah, I agree. And you go Chima, I'll toss mine to Murray, who was the one that was able to punch in their touchdowns when it came to the red zone.
Absolutely. So that will do it for us here. Once again, Baltimore wins it against Nashville 30-10. For my partner DJ Kilgannon, our statisticians Phil Koss and Ron Haynes, producer, commissioner extraordinaire Cameron Irvine, I'm Ethan Muslin. Don't forget more SFL action coming up at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Washington at Fort Worth, Atlanta at Denver, Arizona at Oklahoma City, and Bossier City at Minnesota. That's all coming up later tonight.